Hey everybody. One, two, three. Shout out to the MVPs. I'm speaking to all my queens. Get ready for this commentary. One, two, three. Shout out to the MVPs. I'm speaking to all my queens. Get ready for this commentary. Hey y'all, good morning, ladies. Good morning, all the MVPs up in the house, all the queens. You know who you are. And if you don't know, now you know. Okay? Let's have a conversation. I know a lot of issues that we discuss. A lot goes on, not always so fantastico. Sometimes it's sad news, but we use that as a learning tool to say, hey, here's what's going on around us. So, MVP, most valuable player. We're not talking about sports. I am not sports oriented, but I am reality and knowledge oriented. MVP, the Queens, most valuable player. Let's go ahead and just get some information. Okay, let's take a look, ladies and gentlemen, to this article here by Forbes. Why African American women entrepreneurs have found success through buying existing companies. Huh. And there's a beauty queen on the screen. That's one of the MVPs right here. It says, although Black women are the largest demographic of women starting businesses, and it pretty much says many are cash strapped. Let's get to the article. It says women have drastically changed the business landscape over the past 5 years. American Express State of Women-Owned Business states that women-owned businesses have grown at double the overall population rate. However, no demographic of entrepreneurs has grown faster than African American women. Black female entrepreneurs have started companies at over 4 times the overall population rate. Although Black women are the largest demographic of women starting businesses, many are bootstrapping and struggling for profit. Only 3% of Black women owned companies matured and survived longer than 5 years. As a result, many Black women entrepreneurs have found greater success through buying and scaling existing companies. And that's what I want to get to. Think about it. Cash trap. We're not receiving an inheritance. No, we're not. Why am I saying the MVP? Some of you don't realize it. Okay? Some don't realize it. MVP, most valuable player. I did some research. Interesting. My allergies, sorry. Since Black Americans spend $356 million on books. They sure do. Home ownership. Let's go ahead and get to that about home ownership. According to PRN Newswire, according to a new report from GoDaddy's Venture Forward Research Initiative, Black women remain the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs, more than doubling since August 2019. What does it say? Here's a report about home ownership. It says, during the same period, Black women increased their home ownership rate while Black men experienced the greatest drop. The home ownership gap between households headed by Black men and Black women has declined from 19.8 percentage points to 6.1 percentage points. But notice here it says, Black women increased home ownership rate while Black men experienced the greatest drop. I don't want to hear about the white man. I don't want to hear it. Because you sure don't hear about the white man when the Canes submit that wealth transfer to his daughter. So I don't want to hear about the white man. I don't want to hear about what he's doing to you. I don't want to hear it. Because we all know, looking at the collectively, when they build, oh, he got some money, a contract. Boogity, 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 boogity. He's not trying to build with a Black woman in most cases. That's reality. The facts speak for themselves. Many don't. So I don't want to hear about what the white man is doing. Been here all this time, can't work together, can't build. So I don't want to hear it. I know what Zaddy been doing, taking care of his own. So I don't want to hear nothing about no excuse. Oh, about the white man. Well, you know how the white, you know how he operates, and yet you still wouldn't sign up to be for the subjugation. Seriously, it gets to a point. Yes, I definitely know what happens: discrimination and racism. I understand people also build and for their own communities, while some people turn them down. So I don't want to hear it. I don't. See, black women, I say, have it harder because you know why? They have the responsibilities of mama and those kids. They have to carry the generational poverty on their back, and yet they're still willing to go ahead and take a chance. So I don't want to hear about it. So hard for these men. If you know that, why don't you build your own? I don't want to hear it. I really don't. Look at this over here. And we're gonna go ahead and get to some other stuff. So here it says black women outpace black men in home buying, education disparity is a contributing factor. This is not an anti-black man video. Because let me tell you something. I know some black men who have it going on. I know a few that have it going on, and they don't deal with dust. So you can do what you want to do. You got some now sitting on major money. We discuss financial things, financial situations. Going out to the club, blowing thousands of dollars. Are you crazy? Because they have money. That's a broke mindset. I want to show off. Mm-mm. So it's not an anti this here. This is Black Enterprise. So this is not an anti. This is a anti-black men. Then Black Enterprise published the article. You know, black men work there, don't you? I believe, if I'm not mistaken, one might own it. So this is not. Let's not start all this. Oh, they hate. No, it's reality. Sometimes you might need a good, a little pat on the back or kick in the pants to go ahead and get something done. Understand? So let's not even go there. So, but I want you to see here for the MVPs in the house, the queens. Out of all that you are dealing with, no support. Here's what we're going to get to. So we got the background information already done with. Let's get to the real deal. You don't have any support from the community. You sit up here. You're left with to handle the fatherless home. It's all on you. Yet and still, you are outpacing in home ownership your counterpart. You're the one left with the children to raise, and more than likely your mother, because guess what? Her man didn't provide for her, so retirement is who? The black woman. You're left with all this responsibility on your back, and yet and still you're outpacing your counterpart. No support from your community. You don't have an inheritance. Sure as heck don't have no dowry. You have no support. You're on your own. You still increase your home ownership rate. You still are outpacing other groups when it comes to starting businesses. Here it says, however, no demographic of entrepreneurs has grown faster than African American women. Black female entrepreneurs have started companies at over 4 times the overall population rate. But let the BC tell you, you ain't nothing. Oh, MVP, they hating on thee. MVP in the house. People say you're a happy person. Well, I try to be. I know who I am. I know, and I'm not a wealthy person. I think one day I will be. Oh yeah, I'm willing to bet money on it. I'm willing to bet money on it, and I don't mean no 10 years from now. Name it, claim it. I know who I am. I was a little person. I can go anywhere in this world, and as long as there is some Wi-Fi or some kind of internet connection, Monday through Friday from 9:30 to 4 o'clock, I can do some kind of trading in the stock market and make me a little change. Don't have to do anything strange. Can be on the beach. Does a Wi-Fi work? Can trade right there in that beach chair. I know what I come from, and I have a path I'm trying to follow to where I want to go. MVP. So here's what I want you to get. We done got all of the little information over with. Let's go ahead and break it down. You're doing all of this outpacing home ownership of your counterpart. Nobody is starting more businesses than you. But your group want to put you down, man, they can go kick rocks. So if you can do all of this in a society where you are not valued, most disrespected, unprotected, if you can do all this in a society where no one has your back, you're on your own, imagine what you could do, my God, if you did not carry the seed of poverty D. Imagine what you could do if you didn't have the burden of poverty D on your back, taking care of your mama. Imagine because guess what? Her man didn't have a plan. He left her on her own. She more likely to raise kids on her own, no retirement plan, scuffling. Why? Because mama didn't get to live out her dream. She was raised into a nightmare. In most cases, some of us are too. What's the nightmare? Poverty. A single-headed household. One person going to work. How many eat off that one check? The black mama, probably her mama and her kids, and then she got to take care of her man. Can you imagine? You can accomplish this throughout all of this chaos. You doing this. Out of all the chaos, you doing this. Imagine what you could do without the chaos. Imagine what you could do if you had the responsibility of just you. Imagine what you could do if you didn't carry the seed of poverty D. If you accomplished all of this in the midst of chaos, those that are doing this, okay? Imagine what they could accomplish if they didn't have the chaos, the seed of poverty D. Racism, discrimination. Let's say that still exists. Imagine what they could do if they had help. What if wealthy black men paired up with these kind of black women? See, here's the whole thing about, I'm going to say this, and this might step on some toes, and I don't care. Sorry. Not sorry. They really understand the plan. You want to keep somebody down, you got a person, let's say the black woman who's real smart, and then you got a king who may not be, not as smart. It speaks for itself. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. Can you imagine putting her with her king and she's in charge? You wouldn't have all these fools making all this money, then going broke, wealth transfer. So Zaddy is on top of his game. Why? You got money. You need Becky. I sure do. And there he come a running. You want to separate the strong. You want to keep the weak one away from the strong one. But we know that's not going to happen. Zaddy got a hell of a plan. He got a playbook. And the kings fall into a kingless king. And then when they all down, all not scared, but scared, you be like, don't have to make the sooner third. What you pulling Megan Good up for? Megan Good is that what got you in this problem, wasn't it? Jabari, the Caucasian girlfriend. Now you want a black woman to play stand by your man through thick and thin. Pull a Tammy Wynette move. Imagine if those same men supported you, the group wouldn't be at the bottom. So again, they play right into the plan. Play right into Zaddy's plan. Divide and conquer. No, she's got a lot of know-how. He's got the money. He may have physical strength, and he's got the money. You put her with him, we're gonna have a problem, Billy. You bet. So who's the weak one? Well, we know it's not her. She's kind of strong-headed. She's always reading, and she's making a way out of no way. So we need to separate them. If you can separate them, oh, that's a good idea. That's a very good idea. And the dust bucket man, he just fall right into their hands. Yeah, and still, black women still doing this all on their own without the support of black men, doing all of this all on your own. Imagine what you could do if you didn't carry the seed of poverty D holding you down. Imagine what you could do if you were left to your own devices. Do not carry the seed of poverty D. Don't marry it. Don't even entertain it. You can live your best life. It's less stressful. It's financially advantageous. Why do you think they want to turn down certain channels? Don't want you to wake up. Ashley got our back. No, it's a big plan. You don't even see it. Don't even see it. But where's Ashley when it comes to you getting got by the cops? Where Ashley at? You see the black man changing a tire? Changing a tire. No warning out of nothing. Next thing you know, he's in handcuffs. Next thing you know, he's on the ground. Then he's on top of the car. And as he's handcuffed and laying on the car, no threat, Becky takes the taser and puts it in directly into his back, and he's hollering and crying. Where's Ashley at? Because they love you so much. Imagine what you can do if you didn't carry the seed. If you're doing all this now by carrying the seed, Lord have, imagine what you could do without it. You wouldn't be, so many would be sending them out the homeless shelter. Most at the homeless shelter, simple homeless, they got children by black men. See the poverty D. Where's the man at? If you didn't carry the seed of poverty D and have a legacy of poverty on your back, okay, now mama's old, she been scuffing all her life. Now you gotta take care of her. Why? Her man didn't leave her anything, didn't take her of anything. A rolling stone, and he's probably already gone. If you didn't have that baggage on your back, it's like running. Let's go. I'm gonna go for a run this morning. Now put two suitcases in my hand and a heavy backpack. I'm not gonna go as far. Man, put that luggage down, that backpack off my back. I'm ready to go. I'm not Flojo, but a sister can go. We're gonna run this. We got this. Lightweight. Love that morning run. You got all this baggage on your back. You got a mama bill. You got a baby mama bill. Take care of your man. And then you got a brother who's in jail. And then he got a baby mama. And you want to keep him out of jail. So you're trying to pay something on his, what do you call this? His child support. They put something on his books. All this nonsense going around. Imagine what you could do without it. See, there's money in keeping you down, believe it or not. Keep you down. Now, go ahead. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong with your being a baby mama. You might realize that you're some fierce competition. You might can join the club of black women owners, business owners. MVP. Some of you don't even realize it. Imagine what you could accomplish if you didn't carry the generational debt of your parents, dad, because he wasn't there being a baby mama. Imagine if you didn't carry the seed of poverty D, you could basically bankrupt, what do you call this, the prison industrial complex. Oh, yeah, because you're not carrying the seed of poverty D. Don't forget, I did a video, and it's like 50-50. 50% of the man, then you sit up here, he already left. Now you left with his seed, and you wonder why Jerome is acting up. Well, how's your behavior? How's your man? That's why Jerome is acting up. The seed of his daddy. It's 50-50. Let the doctors tell it. The seed of his daddy. That's why he's acting up. And you left to deal with it, and he's already gone. You got to deal with that. Time is money. You could be researching some other things, starting a business, learning how to trade. Hell, travel. You could be doing so much. So imagine if you didn't have to support your mom, sometime 3 teeth daddy, because he come back. Well, what does he left for you? Nothing. Why you got to support your mom? Because the dad didn't. That's why you got to support mom, because your father didn't. And you just seen her suffer all your life. Somebody had to stay. That's understandable. Somebody had to stay. And then you done met some old crackerjack dust bucket. See, and this may sound mean. I think a lot of reason why some black women are used to taking so much abuse from these black men, because guess what? They seen their mothers go to it, and in some cases, they've been subjected to it by their own mothers, treated unfairly. The mama gonna favor the son, but man might use the daughter as a working mule. So guess what? When you meet a man and he does the same thing to you, you think, hey, that's the norm. Why? It's how you grew up. You think it's the norm. You were abused in the home. You weren't taught that you were a princess. Your daddy wasn't there. Your mama don't put responsibility. Hey, I'm the mama and you the daughter, and I got the other kids here, and guess what? We're going to raise them together. Your childhood being counseled, baby, your childhood never started. So then when you meet a dust bucket, that's the norm. Abuse is the norm. That's what you're used to. Being a work like a rented mule, a workhorse. Get to it. Get up, come on, get up. Everybody on your back. I didn't learn to do laundry until I was 18, going off to college. And actually, I had turned 19. I had to call my mom from out of state and say, we forgot something. And all that getting me ready and stuff, we forgot something. She was like, "What?" I said, "I don't know how to do laundry. I'm at the university. I got a pallet of clothes here. Don't know how to do laundry." And I called my mother. Too funny. Called my mom on the phone, and she was like, "Okay, here's what you do. You separate the whites, and then you have the light colors, and then you have the dark colors. Got it. Separate the whites. Do not put bleach on the colors." I know. Okay, I got that part. And then luckily, I had a roommate from Chicago. I had a roommate. She came from a large family. She already knew how to do laundry. So I was like, I said, oh, because my birthday, I said, I had turned 19. How do I don't know how to do, I hadn't done laundry. I hadn't. I had not done laundry. So I called my mom and we over the phone. So the light colors, then with the white colors, and then the dark colors. You can put bleach on the whites, and don't put bleach on the colored clothing. And then my mom was like, "That's okay. I got it. Okay, I can help you." Okay. So how the heck are we having kids in elementary school going to school? Sometimes in junior high too. Coming home, homework, cooking, and cleaning. The black woman, MVP. And then they want to put you down. Let the haters hate. Imagine if you had your check, they care to see the poverty D, you could just you. Some black women have kids, so they don't even know what that's like. Don't even know what it's like. They don't. Imagine what you could do if you were just left to your own devices, no interference, no seed of poverty D, not having to have a mama bill, not having to take care of children by yourselves. The industrial prison complex, you could stop that right now. Don't care to see the poverty D. Don't do it. You could starve them out. The $50 billion liability, boy, you could stop that. It'll take some time. You could put a big dent into it. Don't do it. Think about it. You need to live your best life. The year is ending. If you started that reduction in force, might be a good time. Somebody not gonna make it in 2024. They're not gonna make the list. You may have to reevaluate, and you may have to just deal with them less and less. So you accomplishing this home ownership rate, businesses out of all this chaos. You doing this still? I mean, you kidding me? You doing all of this in the midst of a storm with no support. You doing all of this. Who are you gonna believe? The hood that wants to tear you down or Forbes? I'm gonna go with Forbes, baby, every day of the week. I'm gonna go with the money, man. I don't want to hear about no busted down buster. Larry Limp Pockets, I don't want to hear about it. Light Bill, Larry, don't want to hear about it. Light Bill Lactavius, bye bye. So why does the community want to put you down? And then think about it. When they talk about black women, all they can come up with is so funny. It's weave. That's all you got. And look up that now they wearing a man. We tell me it's a unit. It's a weave. It's a unit. It's a weave. Little leprechaun. Tory Lanez. He got a unit. It's a weave. If it's some hair on top of that patch. If he got a patch, it's a weave. That's all they got. But they can't say, "Oh, you who got the most businesses, 4 times the rate of anybody else, you with the most home ownership." All they can say is weave. Why? The comprehension level is low. Drown it out. Imagine we would have more if we didn't have them killing out the business owners. Look at Andrew McDonald. 3 businesses, working on number 4, not anymore. Husband unalived her. Said they had a fight, leads to an argument. Then he hides the body someplace and then come back with a claw hammer. Who does that? Hatred. Just killed out the wealth. One bad apple ruin a whole barrel. Oh, I sure do get it. You better wake up, honey, and avoid the bad apple. You better avoid that dust bucket. So if you are to think about it, how many black business women gone under picking up dust bucket? Picking up like Bill Larry. Again, if you're accomplishing all, that's why I said the MVP. I know who the MVP is. However, no demographic of entrepreneurs has grown faster than African American women. Black female entrepreneurs have started companies at over 4 times the overall population rate. That's Forbes. This report here, Black women increase the homeownership rate while Black men experience the greatest drop. Black enterprise, Black women outpace Black men in home buying. Education disparity is a contributing factor. That's Black enterprise. So who are you going to believe? Black enterprise, Forbes, or Dusty, that you ain't nothing. And then they sit up, do you know how foolish they look? I don't want no Black woman. You're not worthy of one. You know how dumb they look. So stop and think. This information is out there to the higher ups. Forbes and Black enterprise. They don't deal in poverty. Have you seen that cruise line that Forbes had? Man, that Forbes cruise. Ooh. Think about it. And then when you hear them say, "Oh, I don't date Black women," self-hating broke men, and not just financially but inside emotionally. And but look what Forbes is saying about you, the white man money magazine. Look at Black enterprise, the Black man money magazine is saying about Black women. And then look how stupid they look. I don't date Black women. I wish they wouldn't. When I hear that, it warms my heart. Yes, hallelujah, thank you. Ashalabasha. Yeah, happy to hear about it. That means one has a chance. He won't won't contaminate her life. You don't date Black women. You don't like us. Yay! Yes, winning. One less contaminate on the block. So the MVP, you doing all of this with no support. Other women got the men to support them. You on your own. You are on your own, and you doing all of this. MVP. You're doing all of this. Who the MVP? You know who it is. It is you, my beautiful queens, and I'm out.